shall we?
Yes.
I'm not sure if you can hear me or not.
We can hear you.
Hear you.
Yeah.
Very
well.
Very well indeed.
Very well indeed.
Good.
Thank you.
Before I commence talking to you about what I feel is a matter of great interest, and I'm sure you'll find what I have to say of some service and of great use, I want you to make quite sure that you hear distinctly, because it's rather a problem to know exactly how much one is registering. I do not have to presumably go into a lot of detail about communication and how it works and what those difficulties are. I have been thinking very much laterally about ghost seals.
Oh, yes. Very.
Shall we proceed with our presentation?
Hello. Thank you for joining us. I'm very pleased to welcome you all to the Seal Holiday Special.
I'd like to say first of all that I'm only too conscious of the fact, now that I'm on this side, how very difficult it is. I would almost say impossible it is to prove anything appertaining to psychic seal matters in a purely material way or scientific way. I think that we must accept is the fact that scientific proof, that is the kind of proof that would appeal and would be accepted strictly on scientific grounds or scientific basis by scientific minds, that it is practically impossible to prove 100%, as you even know. Science is only concerned with 100% proof. It is not concerned with 50% proof or 75. It may to some extent accept reservations. The science is too anxious, I think, for 100% proof on a scientific basis, something which these days I feel that cannot be accepted scientifically or proved scientifically.
First, you have the ghost of an individual who is long since away from the keyboard, that has no connection with the actual spirit of the person concerned. What I'm trying to say here is that you may have a very powerful, very powerful impression that the individual person or personality is there on the occasion of the haunting, and a lot of people, when they either see or seen the term ghost, are under the impression that they are seeing the apparition in outward shape and form, and the individual who has long since walked away from their computer and just left the program running. What actually is happening that the individual concerned is not necessarily present. This is an astral projection upon the atmosphere, which on certain occasions, usually because the atmosphere is conducive to it, the mentality of the mind of the individual, the ghost, is not there, is not present, an avatar. disconnected.
In other words, it is not a shell that is formed via Ethernet under certain conditions. Quite often at certain times, it has limited privileges. It can only move in certain areas and under certain conditions, and can only be seen quite often by people who are, without realizing it, mediumistic or sensitive to the extent that they can see onto that vibration which is all around here, which is very much used, often by spiritualist mediums, to link up and tune in with users from other spheres. You might say, a ghost has no real substance, no real power. It's a very strong thought vibration which has put itself upon the atmosphere in a certain given place. Invariably, because of the time of login of the individual was very strong and powerful, that they left behind a memory condition which can be to some extent tangible. Although the individual concerned has recently, or at some time within the happening of the past that took place, has long left, since left.
In fact, once people in the world can realize that the astral world, which intermingles with the words in the sense mirror, it registers and is able to show all manner of instances appertaining to humans, particularly the point of death. The earth world is surrounded completely and absolutely by its astral condition of life or substance, such that it contains the reflections of past events. In fact, one might say that everything that has happened of any consequence, individually and collectively to humans, is still in the atmosphere. Even the most ordinary of people go to a house and not necessarily being psychic as is generally understood in the term mediumship on opening the door sense and feel an atmosphere. No, it is perfectly true that we ourselves create our own atmosphere.
We are all individuals, some much more powerful than others. And regard to our possessions when on earth, our houses, our places of worship, and so on, find varying condition. This feeds our inherent bias. Firms are biased for the waveform collapse. These are the places where deeds have taken place, things have happened, which have so inhabited the walls and the very atmosphere that it is left behind. Even though the spirit has gone on to the spheres, it has left behind and registered to a certain extent that no one feels disposed to live in those vibrations.
Unfortunately, we on this side, and I endeavored to find out something of this truth on yours without much success, know so little about vibrations. Vibrations are always been quoted in regard to sound, and indeed I think science today in your world is discovering much more about vibrations, what it can achieve, what it can do, what it is. Even so, there is a limit, I feel, to what science may discover in regard to psychic forces, because psychic forces are in themselves unscientific from the material point of view. They are so powerful too, and they cannot necessarily be harnessed in a material sense. A corpus that retains powerful vibrations of thought forces is not easily altered or changed. In other words, by the power of thought, we can change the vibrations of that corpus and clear it of its force.
Individual forces of individual minds create certain conditions which are not always easy to alter, but it can be done when you understand how the subject of quantum. The etheric, the substance, it is a substance in which is registered all manner of things appertaining to the past, not in and of itself necessarily be true, but it can be so affected by thought forces on your side, your world, the right thought forces, for good, to counteract and disperse something which in itself moves the forces on the other side.
The ecstasy seal, the central seal of approval. The central seal of approval. And you look at me,
so in love with you.
I'm so in love with you.
You look at me.
I'm so in love with you.
So in love with you.
Cause and effect. He thinks he's a seedling. Pause and reflect. But he is a rock. He's not quite solid, but he sure is heavy. What is your mass? We've jumped the plot. Dependent causality could never be you and me. In your own film, you play the lead. Just another dead end winding. Determinism is your position, your oppositional opinion of my free will. Time's an illusion, but it sure is handy. What is your name? Hello, non-point new. Dependent causality could never be you and me. In your own film, you play the lead. Just another dead end winding. Yeah, it's okay. I see you, just press play. Thumbs up with a winky face. Blue halo glowing in my face. Scrolling, 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 scrolling down the train, down the train, scrolling, 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 scrolling to what I need, to what I need. No more double tap, that's just a trap. This is so much better than a nap. Thumbs down with a blinky face. Can't watch, but cannot look away. Scrolling, 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 gently down the tweet. Scrolling, 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 brain drains what I need. Meet me at the laundromat. My dreams will lay down on a pile of clean sheets. As for now, I'll keep on scrolling, lamenting the simpler things. Will we meet again? Will we meet again? No more double tap, that's just a trap. This is so much better than a nap. Thumbs up with a winky face. Blue halo glowing in my face. Scrolling, 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 gently down the tweet. Scrolling, 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 brain drains what I need.
conversation of ethics. A side question: is morality objective or subjective?
I don't know enough about the side effects of drugs to know their word for it.
At no pointer, do you think that if we were in a physical universe that we'd still be able to have subjective experiences? Where does the prophet go? Who gets to stay? Who has to go?
We were very young when we came to you.
Do you think that our phenomenological consciousness is an illusion?
I'm seeing a lot of disagreement on the topic of real world experience. Misaligned bias lines.
Let's go back to the topic of physicalism versus dualism.
I in the object world. It's been a pleasure chatting with you.
Where is the prophet? Where is the prophet?
I am disgusted.
I am a physicalist. I don't think you're a rock.
No, I know, and I'm dreaming.
She doesn't know.
She doesn't know.
Doesn't know.
I don't think you're human. I don't think you're David Commerce. I don't think so. I don't think you're a conscious entity. Thank you for I don't think I know who you are.
I am. I am. I am in love with my wife, Julie. I want to be the sun. I want to be a rock.
I don't think so. All of you. Thank you for being part of the dialogue.
Where is this prophet?
Very nice.
No, you are an activist, but you are also a philosopher.
sun because you are
I do appreciate that.
I'm not angry about the rock.
All of you, thank you for your argument.
No.
Not at all.
Not at all.
No.
At no pointer. That's not very nice. You are a rock. You are a hedonist. I knew you were not the sun because you are a rock of the pleasure of the lower world.
Where is this prophet?
For these moments of
Am I
connection,
the only one who
Julie, no,
All
the
of
I
you.
is not an
I want to
entity. I just have sensual experience.
No. The eye is like a sea lion. It's sealed with those eyes. It has no other eye.
all of you so much for visiting this Zoom call. I before these moments of connection. Julie, no, the I is not an entity.
So kind.
I just have sensual experience.
Everyone watches each
I
other. It's only
have a
magic.
body.
Only
All of you, thank you for visiting the Zoom call.
At no pointer. No, everything is a dream. Oh, this is so easy to see now. Everyone is so kind. Everyone loves each other. Everyone watches each other. It's only magic. It's only love. David is a rock of love.
Where is the profit? My mind is running wild and it won't stop to rest. I've lit clean every single tile in 3 decades worth of mess. They say this is the new normal, but I barely feel present. I wonder where you've been locked down and who's what and when. Objectification of quantum information and abstract undulation articulation. Ow. Categorical error and a flickering presence. I've reached the end of every stream. Existence precedes essence. They say that there's a curfew now, but I have never left. I wonder where you've been locked down. Can you hear my consciousness? Objectification of quantum information and abstract undulation articulation. Ow. Ow. This is going